The National Blockchain Policy for Nigeria was developed to serve as a roadmap for the country's adoption and utilization of blockchain technology. Hence why the federal government is taking steps to drive home its interests in the field. At a stakeholders policy dialogue in Lagos, the Director General of the National Information Technology Development Agency, NITDA, says the government is committed to the actualization and implementation of the National Blockchain Policy.
I've worked with a cloud computing firm, and I remember many times...
A stakeholders dialogue aimed at strengthening Nigeria's digital economy through the implementation of the National Blockchain Policy.
For the NITDA, right?
In May 2023, the Federal Executive Council approved the National Blockchain Policy to serve as a roadmap for Nigeria's adoption and utilization of the technology. And this convergence of regulators, policymakers, and industry players in the sector is to power conversations that will drive sustainable economic growth and development through the adoption of blockchain technology.
Our mission for embarking on this strategic initiative is to encourage the use, adoption, and integration of blockchain in various sectors of Nigerian digital economy in order to increase efficiency, innovation, transparency, security, and trust. The policy identified talent development, innovation, and adoption as the key areas that government will collaborate with stakeholders to harness the potential of blockchain in Nigeria. That's why we have gathered here together to stir up conversation on this policy dialogue to harness your idea, harness your input, harness your contribution to shape the narrative and to ensure that at the point of implementation, none of any sector is left behind. That's why today is a day that has been set aside for a kind of a heart-heated dialogue with creative aggression to put in all views that is required and to enable the implementation of this policy to be a success.
Nigeria has once again taken the lead, being the first country to develop a blockchain policy in Africa. The country's adoption and implementation of the National Blockchain Policy will not only boost innovation and create job opportunities, but will also help generate revenue.
Blockchain is the only technology that can absorb every single sector in existence in human history. And it's a well-known fact. And this is the fastest growing technological sector of the 21st century. And so, if we position ourselves rightly and take the right steps, we heard the talk about generating $6 billion from blockchain technology. And I can tell you that we can do even much more than that. We want to build businesses that will thrive. We want to build businesses that will contribute to our economy. We want to improve governance. We want to achieve efficiency and effectiveness in every sector that we are in.
As far as the industry players are concerned, this policy dialogue is long overdue.
The most important thing is that the industry has taken the lead, dragged the government. The government is a listening government, came closer, and now we have to sit on the table and make use of this opportunity. We can do it alone. That's why I said it's an industry and government collaboration. That's the big win. Now we're dragging as well the academia into it because that is the breeding ground of knowledge. We have to use them so that they can start infusing blockchain courses, blockchain curricula into their program.
Every single Nigerian has experienced or lost out on an opportunity because somebody didn't trust them. People don't trust our educational system, people don't trust our documents, people don't trust like the skills that we claim that we have, right? People can't get access to credit. And so the point of this technology is that it does away with those challenges and it creates access to economic opportunities. And it's very difficult to put a value on that, right? But I do think that if we create the environment, we can see what happened in the fintech space, right? We've seen the rise of Paystack, OPay, MoneyPoint. You know, imagine if, let's say, in 2015, 2016, the government created policies that stifled that innovation. Where would we be in terms of financial inclusion, right? And so I think the government has to make that right decision and figure out how do we enable the entrepreneurs to kind of like solve these problems and bring in that foreign currency to take the country forward.
Blockchain technology has a very vast, profitable solution to it. We can implement blockchain technology in different areas in the society, the financial sector, the health sector, educational sector, as well as the financial sectors like we are seeing with the crypto exchanges and the peer-to-peer payments and transactions. So I believe with blockchain technology, there's a whole lot of immersed solutions that we can provide to the current problems that we have in the country.
With the huge potential the industry is capable of generating, the federal government appears set to have a piece of the pie.
We are here to engage the stakeholders, to work together with the stakeholders and implement it so that Nigeria and Nigerians can capture value from this blockchain. According to PwC, by 2030, blockchain will add 1.76 trillion US dollars to the global GDP. And Nigeria, if we position ourselves well, we can get about 40 billion US dollars by 2030 from blockchain.
As discussions to integrate blockchain technology into various sectors of the economy gets louder, the federal government seems determined to collaborate with stakeholders in the space in order to position Nigeria as the leading digital economy in Africa.